Okay. All right. Let me just take a sip, get myself situated. Does everybody have cards with them? Okay.
Oddly, yes.
Ah, good. All right. Okay. Well, thank you for joining me, ladies. And there's a couple other people that may be joining us as well. And we're recording for a couple people who couldn't make it. So I decided we needed to practice reversals because it's hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. We I've taught how to read reversals. The best way to really learn it is to practice it, and it's challenging. So again, I will say, give yourself some grace. I still struggle with it, but it's very rewarding. So as we know, there are many different ways to read reversals. It's not just the opposite. Yes, it can be the opposite, but it's not just the opposite. And you obviously don't have to read them, but they do add depth and nuance to your readings. So I suggest playing around with it. Here's Dina. Wait for her to get in. Hi, Dina.
Hi, I made it. How are you
Yay!
doing?
I'm so
Oh,
excited to see you. Welcome,
oh, I
welcome.
missed you guys.
I know. So I was just saying, there's many different ways to read reversals. You do not have to, but they add such depth and nuance to your readings that it's great. And to give yourself grace because they're not easy. I struggle with them. But again, it adds some little sparkle, some pizzazz. So what I will say is when you are doing a reading for somebody or yourself, before you even start shuffling, decide if you're going to read reversals. That is number one. Because if you forget to check in with yourself and you start flipping those cards and then a reversal comes up, then you're like, oh, I don't know. Right, Dana?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Um, so it's great to have that knowledge up front. So, uh, I'll just I've done a class in reversals where we talked about different ways to read them. I'm just gonna go over this again. This is not a comprehensive list by any means, but some good solid ways of reading reversals are, the opposite. It means the opposite of what it means right side up. It can mean a block or a delay. It can be just a straight up no. Somebody asks you a yes or no question, you flip it over, it's reversed. Well, there's a no. Um, it can be a situation or person that you can't rely upon. It can be a drain of the energy in that card. And the last way that I'll talk about tonight is pay attention to me. I have something to say. So by that, you could lay out cards, and if any come up reversed, you can pull those aside and do like a totally separate reading with them or use them to enhance your reading. So, but we'll get more into that later. So, but that's where it gets complicated because there's so many different ways, and you're going to be doing a reading and you're like, okay, this card is reversed, but oh my God, is it the opposite? Is it the drain of energy? What's going on? So we're going to practice. All right. So we're getting right into it. I like to get right into it. There's no wrong answers. Go with your intuition. We're here to help each other. So our first trial here, we're going to pull, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So when it's right side up, it's an ace. We know it's a gift. It's a starting point because it's pentacles. We have that earthy energy. So our first thought is money, right? Here comes the money, but it can be anything that's earthbound. We have that open pathway. We have the lush garden. That's like all about abundance. So a wonderful card, right? So what happens if it comes up reversed? So let's, for this first way to interpret, what would be the opposite?
No opportunity.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yep.
An
Excellent.
ending.
An ending. That's, yeah. Yep.
Just losing. I mean, I'm even just looking at the picture. If it's upside down, the coin's going to fall out of your hand. So
Yes. Yep. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. So that brings up a great point. When you're doing reversals, look at the picture. Is something going to drop? Is, something looking in a different direction? What can you get out of the picture that will help as well? So, okay, so we have no opportunity, we have an ending, we have money falling out of our hands, right? That's for opposite. What if we look at this as a block?
even just the hand on top of the coin, something's, holding that opportunity back.
Love it. Love it, right? That money's trying to come through. It's trying to come up.
Mm-hmm.
And that hand is pushing it down. Yep. So you might have a money blockage.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Sue B? I feel like you have something to say.
Yeah, no, I see it now. I do. I see. Yeah.
All right. And then for our last example with this card, let's look at it as a situation or a person that you can't rely upon. What would we get if we were reading it that way?
Someone trying to control something, someone or something, like someone else trying to control.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. Somebody taking over, right? Excellent. How's that feel? We have different meanings, right? So different ways to look at it. We're going to do it again. This time we have the Three of Cups. Fun card, right? Who doesn't want this card in their reading? Celebration, sisterhood, friendship, you know, the harvest, good times. So let's look at it. What do we say is the opposite meaning of this?
Would just be I mean, to me, it's like it's leaking out. I'm going to the pictures of it, but so you're not getting the support. You're not reaping your harvest.
Yep.
It's just going down the drain.
Yes. And that's a good point. So that would be the opposite meaning. It would also be the energy drain meaning, right? Like that energy is leaking out. So what about a block for this?
Your cup can't runneth over with the friendship or the abundance or whatever because your cups are upside down. So you're either you or somebody in that friend group or close group is keeping everything from blossoming or whatever the word. I don't know what the right word is.
Yeah. Fantastic, right? So, interesting. We always think, oh, like this is such a great card. Oh, well, when it's reversed, and not every reverse card is bad. But in this case, it's like, all right, that's some interesting information. And then for you can't rely on somebody or the situation, what would you come up with for that? Kind of similar to what Tanya was saying.
Yeah, making sure your support team is on the same page as you. Making sure that they're, in order to get that energy back up, it's like, are they purposely, or are they just not aware that, they need the perspective of turning the cups over? Oh, I forgot to pay attention. I forgot to make sure the cards are upright as a group.
Yeah. Yep. Nice. Yep. Sneaky, right? So excellent. How does this feel?
Good.
Yeah.
Did you cover already, Patty, whether if you decide you're going to read reversals? I have always wondered at what point do you turn all your cards right side up when you're starting a reading? Do you do it every time you reset them?
That's a great question. I do not. It's a
Mhm.
personal choice. I only reset the deck at the full moon.
Ah,
So, obviously, so the first reading right after the full moon will be all right side up.
okay.
And as readings progress, they get flipped and but that's totally personal choice. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Could it ever mean like a delay if you get a reversal of the meaning of the card?
Absolutely. Yep. That is another one of the meanings is a
Okay.
delay. So so let's look at this one. If we were reading this as a delay, this could be, okay, the party's getting postponed. Or,
Not quite ready.
yeah,
Yeah.
the celebration is
Yeah.
not happening for whatever reason. So, okay. Let's do a couple more. Just to get ourselves all in the vibe before we move on to the next step. All right, so the fabulous 10 of Cups. All right. So, it's the card everybody wants. It's like the happy family, the kids are playing. There's, the cups, they're just like the emotions are so present and wonderful, and the house is there, the stability. The water is again the emotions, but it's not like a crazy rocky sea. It's calm. So lovely card, right? Let's turn it upside down. So, what if we were reading this? So, first of all, if we were asking a yes or no question and this comes up, we have a no, we have a hard no. If we are looking at this as pay attention, then the reading might take a focus, somebody will come to you, oh, I don't care, whatever comes up, read whatever. Okay, so this comes up, we're going to say, we're going to talk about what's going on in your family, right? What's happening in your marriage, what's going on with your kids. That's what we're going to talk about because it looks a little sketchy. So, so how about a block or a delay on this card? What could that be?
Frustration with the family, communications not going as well as people would like them to.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yep.
If that's your goal, there's something keeping you from reaching that to be upright. So there's something holding you back. There's either blocking you or delaying you from having that house and stability and happy family situation, whatever that is. You have to look deeper into what might be happening there.
Yes. And I like that you said if that's your goal, right? Because we would all assume everybody wants this, right? What about, let's say, somebody comes to you for a reading and she's the mistress. Does she want this?
No.
She does not want this. So that reversal might just make her happy, right? So, so yes, knowing the goal is very important. And also, so this card, I always find very practical. So by that, I mean, it often can indicate either somebody wanting to move, add on to their home, plan a family. So that reversal, could be like, maybe this is not the right time for that. The situation is just not ideal for whatever reason. So again, like a card that we always think is like so great, can be a little challenging. All right, we're going to do one more of those. We're going to do Six of Swords. So we have journey by water, moving from tumultuous times into calmer waters. We have the swords, that whole thinking mind, or worries, anxieties. We have somebody guiding the boat, mother and child, a lot going on in this card, right? This can go many different ways, but it is, excuse me, it's a card of action. It's like something is happening. So when we reverse it, let's talk about this. What would be the drain here?
Maybe negative thoughts, like causing tumultuousness for the person's life.
Sure. Yeah. Yep. Definitely. And what about in this case, the situation or person that is untrustworthy?
Oh, like the guide, maybe?
Yeah. Maybe you can't trust the advice you're being given or the guidance. Yeah.
And it's almost like you're getting pushed into the conversations, into those swords, like somebody's like nudging you to have those.
Ooh, yes. Yes.
Why does it seem, if you put it the other way, if you put it right side up, I've never really felt like you're going, but I can see the worry and stuff, but you're going from, like you said, the tumultuous water to the calm. But when it's upside down, all of a sudden it's like somebody's pushing you into those conversations you've been either avoiding or don't want to have. Or...
It really is. Yes. Right. Yeah. It's like energetically, there's something different happening here. So, yep. I love that.
Upside down, it also doesn't look so much like he's guiding you out as much as forcing you in, because for some reason, when it's upside right, listen to me, I'm 5, upside right. But it looks more like the swords are protecting you in a way, like they're keeping in the boat, keeping you from falling out of the boat, and he's safely ushering you to a destination. Whereas upside down, it kind of feels more, I don't know, because the waves are more present. It looks more like you're kind of trapped in this situation to me.
Yeah.
And forcing you to go wherever this is, or to think, or to do whatever the thing is, instead of you being guided safely to your destination. Your hand is kind of being forced in one way.
I love that. Yes. Oh my gosh. You guys are on fire tonight. This is fantastic.
I should always have 2 senior citizens stuck in an elevator for 40 minutes on the hottest day.
Oh my God. Well, apparently it jogged something in you.
Holy moly.
All right. So good job, you guys. That was great. So now we're going to move on to level 2. And for those of you that are in the Patreon group, I gave this as a practice this week. All right. So we're gonna go into it a little deeper. So we're gonna say Tanya has a hot blind date. Her friend has fixed her up with somebody, and she wants to know what does she need to know about this date? How is it gonna go? What's it gonna be like? What does she need to know? And we pull the devil. So
right.
Wow.
So let's talk about what that would mean. Right side up, she pulls the devil. What would that mean?
He's hot.
Absolutely.
And addictive.
And addictive.
Yeah. Charming. Yep. Pulls you right in.
He's got issues.
Yes, issue.
All sounds about right.
So far, so good.
So
absolutely.
He's got his number and when we're going to call him.
Yep. So, all right. So let's say we pulled it reversed and we're going to read it as the opposite. So what does she need to know about this guy?
I just can't do it, Patty. I look at that reversed. I can't even say that it's good.
Okay.
It's worse reversed.
Okay. Why? Why is it worse reversed?
I don't even know. It makes me a little queasy.
Well, because
Okay.
the two people that are, that he's got there in the card are really trapped. Are really trapped.
Yep.
It's like they're
Because
hanging from their feet. They're gonna
yeah,
choke
they're
on the
they're really trapped.
Okay.
There's nothing good about this card at
Okay.
all. You
So,
can't convince me.
okay. Well, okay. I'm going to convince you. So,
Okay.
so, okay. So you're doing this reading, you flip this over, it's reversed, and you're like, nope, I don't feel good about this. So we know it's not the opposite, right? So we're going to say, okay, we're not reading this as the opposite. Now, are we going to read it as a block or a delay? What would that look like?
You know what that would look like is being blinded to your own. So if it's upright and you have an attachment or a block and then it's flipped around, you're completely oblivious or there's to it, right? You're completely absent from. I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. I think what you're saying is like if it was right side up, you would at least acknowledge that this is like
that you
not
have a thing. I'm addicted to this guy or whatever it is. Right.
Yep.
But isn't the other meaning of the devil card, those chains are loose around their neck that they can choose to get out of it. If they are self-aware, realize it's not a good choice and it's been fun and hot, but they can get out of it. When it's upside down, it feels like they can't get out of it.
Right.
Because like so if you hear it's like they're being hung by their feet. But I just keep thinking, how do they get that chain off of their neck if they're hanging upside down?
Yeah.
Exactly. And also it almost looks like his knees, those furry
yes
whatever that's going on there. It almost, when it's upside down, it looks like that's also holding them, the people up in that spot.
Right.
It looks like that's also trapping them, as opposed to, it looks very much like it's his legs, whether it's fur or pants or whatever is happening there. It doesn't look like that's holding them down or holding them in place. But when it's upside down, that looks like part of what's keeping them trapped in this situation. So it would definitely be something that's either not being acknowledged or something that's a move or a thought that's being completely blocked. Because it's like your access to get out is blocked.
Yeah.
The chain is going to mess you up because you're upside down, as opposed to being able to just lift it over your head when it's right. But then again, here I am with the upside right. But I really feel like somehow that's also holding them in the upside down position with the reversal.
Yep. Okay. All right. So, not a great card, but Sue, I will say, at least he's hot. At least he's hot. And a good time, right? So
all right.
That's the good that we'll get out of it. All right. So Tanya does not want to hear this because she's like, come on, I was looking forward to this date. So now everybody's going to pull a card for more information on this. And it can be right side up or it can be reversed, whatever you pick. And everybody's going to have a different story to tell.
Am I pulling one too?
Yep, everybody's pulling. Yep. All right. Okay, so Dina, what'd you get there?
Well, Melanie jumped out of the the hermit. She's like, use your
She
wisdom,
wants a piece of this
girl.
action.
Yeah. She's like, he may be hot, but you know better. It's like that. Use your wisdom, really get to the point here and put some light on a dark situation.
Yep. Love it. And you might be better off being alone.
True.
The hermit might also know that he's this friend of the King of Cups or something too. Get the DL.
Right. Yeah. You never know who knows who. Who's next?
I got the 4 of Swords.
Okay.
So that would be, wait a bit here. Maybe now is not the right time. Take a
Slow
chill,
down. Yep.
slow down. Yeah.
Go to bed early. Don't go out on the date. Right?
Yeah. Or you come down with a terrible cold and you're just not going to make it. And that's where that devil might come in too. You weren't expecting that you got sick and you couldn't go out on the date. There it
you
is.
go. There you go. See, right?
You never know, right?
You don't know. How about you, Dana? What did you get?
I don't really know
Ooh,
I don't know if it's about him. Like maybe he's got some good qualities. He's a hard worker. Maybe.
Right? Yeah, because he can't
I'm
be
not sure.
totally evil, we would think.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a workaholic.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah,
Oh.
and he doesn't have time to find the balance.
Yep.
And you're gonna get it. You're gonna get not
Sick
ignored.
of that real fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
not,
That's so
not a good
interesting.
Yes. All right, Karen, how about you? What did you pull?
Ten of Pentacles.
Oh,
Your sugar daddy.
His
Marry him.
hard work will pay off.
Later.
you might want to reconsider him, Tanya.
Now it's sounding better again. I'm back to my original. Ooh, I'm in.
Love it. Yep, absolutely. How about you, Julia? What'd you get?
I'm unsure about this one. I got
Okay.
the Page of Swords.
Okay.
So, eh, I mean, if it's referring to the date, maybe he's just really immature.
That's what I would think. Yep. And
Okay.
he speaks without thinking, I would
Yeah.
say. All right, Tanya, what'd you pull for yourself?
7 of Cups.
And what would that say to you?
He can't make up his mind. He has too many choices.
Yes, he does. Yep. All right. So
Player.
sorry. Yep.
So unless we get the sugar daddy card, I guess this date's not happening.
That's
We
You
got
can
no
go on-
reversals.
I know, right? No reversals. Interesting. Yep. Well, how does that feel to everybody? Is that good? Yeah. Any questions on that? Okay. All right. Now we're really getting big time now with this. This is a Mary Greer technique. Mary Greer is like the tarot goddess, right? She is so freaking awesome. Here's her technique for reversals. Say you pulled, let me see, I didn't pull it out. The 9 of Pentacles. Where is my, hold on. Okay. So say you're doing your reading, you pull the 9 of Pentacles reversed, right? First, we're going to look at what it means upright. Card of abundance, prosperity, right? You've worked hard. Now you get to reap all the rewards. You get to hang out in your beautiful garden. Maybe there's a message from this hawk or whatever falcon. That's a message of good news. Just great. Awesome. But this is reversed. Why is it reversed? Because we're going to look at the card that comes before it. That is going to tell us why we can't be prosperous, why we can't get that abundance. So the card before it is the 8 of Pentacles. Look at that. So it's the work. You're not doing the work. You're not putting in the time. You're not focused enough. You know, all of this stuff. I think this is a super fun way to read reversals. that takes a lot of a lot of thought because you do have to know the cards pretty well. But it's really cool. So let's look at
Patty, I have a quick
yes.
question. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Yeah,
When
no.
card before it, is this when you're laying out your spread, or when you get to, are you doing it like as you go and you see
Yes.
first, and that's when you pull that card?
Yeah, so let's say, yeah, you're flipping over your cards, you flip over that reversal, then you're gonna stop and you're gonna think, what is that card that comes before it?
Okay.
Yep.
Wait.
Yep.
What happens if there's no card before it?
Like the Fool?
No, like
Like,
if it's the
You're
card,
pulling, yeah,
the first
that's the first card you pull up.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yes. So it's I should clarify. I did not make that clear. It's the card that comes before it in the deck. It's
oh,
not in your spread.
Oh.
Yep.
If
Yep.
it's the ace or
That's
the
a different
fool,
story.
It is a different story. So I'll give you an example. So let's say we are, whatever, we have some cards. Let's say we have the 8 of Wands is upright, right? And we have the Hierophant upright. And then we get the Star reversed. This is saying, okay, hold on. Whoa. Let's look at this, right? So we're not looking at at these two right now. We're going to just look at the Star reversed. The Star about alignment, health, being, in balance, being in the place that you're meant to be in the world. And because it's reversed, we want to know, what is stopping me from being in this place of balance, this place of alignment, this place of good health? What comes before the Star? Who knows what comes before the Star?
Then you have to memorize the cards.
Yes, you do. I know. I told you it's upper level.
Oh.
You're up for the challenge. Boom. Look at our tower.
the
So
foundation's not solid. Yeah.
yes. So yes. All right. So this craziness is preventing you from this. So an easy way to do this, because it is advanced. But if you just do it as a 1-card reading, so you go shuffle your cards and go through your deck until you get the first reversal. And that's the one that you're going to read. So that's what we're going to do now. Everybody shuffle your cards. And you're going to go through until you come to the first reversed one. Okay, so I will go first to show you what I got. Oh, it's hot. I got the Wheel of Fortune. So, reverse. So, what is preventing me from luck, from movement, really? Well, I have the Hermit before it. So, to me, that says like I need to explore my own inner wisdom before I can move into this place of movement, moving forward, of fortune, and trusting the path that I have been on. So that's what I would pull up for that. So who wants to go?
Is the Hermit the card before the Wheel of Fortune in the deck?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
So I had the 5 of Cups reversed.
Okay. So
then
So then we look, and I'll pull up the
Four
four,
of Cups.
which
And,
is, okay, so talk about your 5 of Cups first.
all right, upright or down, upside down?
Upright, upright.
So she's, you know, sad. She's disappointed. She's regretful. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
yep.
She's,
So we obviously don't want that, right? You know, that's, you don't want regret and sadness, but
right.
maybe you want to move through that emotion. So what's stopping you?
Oh, so there you're being offered, you know, a hand there, and you're not
You're not
taking it.
taking it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Kind of cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dana, what did you get?
Yeah.
I got the 10 of Wands.
10 of
reversed.
Wands. Okay. All right. So let me pull up my wands. So talk to us about the 10 of Wands.
I think it's like it's hard effort, but you're almost done. Like it's because the town's not far away, so it's you've been working hard, but you're almost to the finish line. And then this is the 9 before it.
Yep.
So maybe like, is that what this means?
Yeah. Yep.
Sorry, I don't want to start thinking and then, okay.
No, yeah, you're spot on.
So then maybe this one is like wariness or just, I don't know, keeping too close of an eye on your, what is Wands again?
So Wands are that
Action.
spark, motivation, action,
Okay.
drive.
So yeah, maybe you're too wary, like you're just sort of standing still, so you're not putting in the effort.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Yep. Yeah. It's, yeah. So I would say, yeah, what's keeping you from getting to that finish line? You know, it's just exhaustion. Yeah. Yeah.
Fair.
How about you, Karen? What did you pull?
I got the 2 of Swords reversed.
Okay. So tell us about that.
She stands guard amidst turbulence. The light is shining on her, but she doesn't see it, and she's not looking at it. She's being guarded. She's not seeing, and all the shit's going down around her. So I see it as more, I mean, I know this one can be health related. I know it can be choice, and I know that it can be how you're responding to authority. So not responding well, not making the right choices, missing some of the details, and shit's gathering. So Ace of Swords, which would be the preceding card, that's usually like victory, good things, common, and I would read that as like surgery for some reason.
Okay. Yep. I mean, yeah, could be. Yep.
You know, somewhat, you're not making the choice. This choice is going to be made for you.
Oh,
The
interesting.
hand that's holding the sword is going to do the deciding. You really don't have that choice. That's kind of why I see the surgery though, because you know, you're thinking of all the things that can happen, but it's the surgeon that's really going to decide once he gets in there how things are going to.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Some people definitely read swords as surgery. Like that is the way that they read them. Absolutely. And I would say, so you could read this as somebody's got to make the decision, or maybe what's blocking you is you are waiting for somebody to make the decision and only you can make the decision. Could go either way.
Depending on what the question says.
Yes, exactly. Yep. Yep. Thank you. All right, Dina, you're up. What'd you pull?
I had gotten the 7 of Wands, which
Okay.
is, I think, the one that everybody else has lots of opinions, and you're standing up there trying to tell them to back off. But you're working on it. Get your opinions to yourself. So the card before it would be the 6 of Wands, which is the celebration and admiration of the people around you. So I'm kind of torn as to how that, if this is reversed, then maybe you need to be listening to them. And you're serving them in a way as you're coming in. So their opinions, you should listen a little closer to their opinions. And maybe you just haven't totally processed it. You're too much in your own space.
Yep. Love that.
Maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. I would also say, or you're waiting for somebody to validate your choices too.
That's my world. Yeah.
And you don't need it. You don't need it, right?
Yeah.
All right, Julia, what have you got?
All right, I wound up with the reversed Knight of Cups.
Okay.
So Knight of Cups is upright. That is confident and right, kind of. So am I in? And
Oh, sorry, you
reversed
froze
would
for a
be-
second.
Oh, okay. So I'm reading this as going forward with relationships and, strong and energized and stuff like that. And then reversed would be, obviously not ready.
Right.
Issues with your emotions, like you're just not feeling it.
Yep.
And then the Page of Cups is maybe that freshness of the way of looking at things. Maybe you need to take a step back and have a more innocent view of what.
Oh, she froze again. So yes, I just going off of that. Yeah, like having a sense of curiosity, just keeping it.
I don't know.
An open mind.
Oh yeah.
So sorry, you just froze up there. So I kept talking.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the
Okay.
computer. Sorry.
So, but yep, absolutely. Good.
Yeah.
All right. Tanya, what did you get?
Can you believe I went through all 78 cards and not one of them was reversed?
Oh my God.
I just tell you, I haven't touched them in like 2 weeks. And the last time I did, half the deck seemed to be reversed. Every time I pulled one, they were all reversed. I did
Weird.
not. And I put them back in my little, I can't even find it right now what I did with it, but the little thing you sent us, the little pouch for them, your mom made. I put it back in that, and I haven't touched it since that night. And I just picked it up, took it out, and literally not one of them. I went through every goddamn card and not one. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I couldn't even manage to drop one on the floor for the first time ever in my life to have one come up.
Wow. All right. So you're not meant to do it then.
See, I think the devil is getting involved.
I think so.
Doesn't want me to get any ideas.
Oh my God. All right. So we'll move on. How about you, Dina?
No, I think I got mine.
We did yours.
Yep.
Okay. Did I do everybody? I went around the screen in a weird way. Okay. Awesome. So that's fun, right? Isn't that kind of fun? I mean, yeah, it definitely uses more mental capacity than we might like when we're doing a reading for somebody, but it's kind of cool. So what questions do you have? What thoughts do you have around this?
So I kind of liked the idea when I was misunderstanding what you were saying at the beginning about taking your string of cards, say you have 3 cards, and using the card behind.
You absolutely can do that
as sort of the key to why this is reversed in a way. I like that. So
let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah. Go through your deck, pick out 2 cards. And then lay them down. Whatever the second card is, we're just going to call that the reversed one. So even if it comes upright, we'll just say that that's a reversed card.
Yeah. Yeah, I see.
All right.
I like it.
Okay.
So I got the Knight of Cups
Okay.
and then the Seven of Swords reversed.
Okay. All right. So let me get my. Okay. So you have the Knight of. Wait. Okay.
Cups.
So this. Okay. Knight of Cups and the Seven of Swords reversed. So let's talk about your Seven of Swords first.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know the upright meaning is, you know, kind of the sneaky or not having all the information and, you know, so upside down, isn't that the sort of the same or?
Yeah. So you don't even really have to look at the reversal in this case.
Yeah.
It's more that the reversal is calling it out. So you could say,
yeah,
you know, I'm trying to get away with something, or I'm trying to be sneaky, or I don't trust something.
right.
And so what does that first card have to say? What was your first card?
It was the Knight of Cups. So I would say I
Oh.
wouldn't trust this guy with a 10-foot pole
Uh-huh.
or my own passion about something or someone may not be in alignment. In other words, it's
Yeah.
not, it's not right. Something's just not right.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not a great example. So maybe someone else has a better
Yeah,
one.
so we'll say, yeah. Who wants to go next?
I have the Eight of Cups.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to think for a minute. Also, my mind is blank. So they're walking away from what doesn't serve them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reverse card. So if it's reversed, oh no, I'm stuck. So
okay, so that's the reverse card. In that case, I would read it as a reversal. Like, what's keeping you there, or what are you afraid to walk away from?
Okay. And so what was interesting then, so my first card was the Three of Cups reversed.
Ooh.
So do I read it as that's the issue? So I'm worried about something not being supported, something leaking out. What did we say with the Three of Cups? So
yeah,
that makes sense. And I just did a reading for somebody the other day, and that's kind of, we were talking about our fear and letting go and changing in our life. And what is the alternative? To stay in your fear and not be happy, or to figure out this, like, you know, what are you truly afraid of?
mm-hmm.
That's interesting, because that seems to be the theme of the week.
Yeah, interesting. So then in that case, I love that. So then I would pull another card asking, what do I need to know, or what
would help me?
What would help me? Yeah, in letting go.
And so then we get the Magician. And it's funny because this was all stuff in her reading, you know,
really,
and
so
so
it's coming back for you.
Yeah, so it's like I'll have to call her and tell her it was her tea and tarot. It was her birthday, tea and tarot on Monday. So this great woman, but you know, changing of life and how to step forward. But she had gotten the Strength card upside down. So we're talking about being afraid to stick your hand in the lion's mouth. Like, and I just heard a podcast about facing fear. What are you truly afraid of? Which kind of works with these cards. But we came back to, you already have the answers within you, and you are creative enough that whatever you're facing, you have the ability to find the answers and to make the world what you want at this phase in your life.
Love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Interesting.
How did she feel about that?
Oh, it was wonderful. You know, it was when we had done this last year for her, and she stayed about 2-3 hours, had the tea and a reading. She stayed 6.5 hours.
Stop it.
I
my
thought it was
God.
like 4 o'clock, and all of a sudden we all looked at the clock and it was like 6:30. We just got on this creative,
holy crap.
But yeah, it was funny. But it was about, you know, like, gotta face our fears. All I could hear is Melanie, you know, wandering around in the background going, just do it. Get over it already.
Exactly. Oh my God, I love it. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
thank you. Next.
I'll go if you want.
Okay, yeah.
Go.
What to do with this, so we might as well just get it over with.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
The one that I got that would be reversed is the Five of Cups.
Okay, all right.
obviously when it's upright, check me out, I'm using the right word. When it's upright, he's not seeing that he still has cups and not seeing where he could be going across the river to that house and across, you know, the bridge to get to that destination. Upside down, I really don't know when I'm looking at the reversal. So my next card was the 8 of Swords.
Okay, so let's look at that 8 of Swords. Do you have
So
any
I
thoughts on that?
want to see what's over there. You're almost like holding yourself back from seeing what you have. It's not that it's not there or that you can't get there. You're holding yourself back with something. And I think that you'd have to look into that more. What's holding you back?
Hell yeah.
Mentally, you know, because clearly there's physically nothing keeping you there. There's a perfectly acceptable bridge to get you across the river. I mean, plus there's nothing there to indicate that there's sharks and something's going to eat them inside of this. So thinking that there's no, you know, problem to get across and get to that, you know, castle or home or whatever it is that looks so lovely in the distance. So if you're not going to pay attention to the full cups that are sitting right next to you and you're only looking at your empty cups and worrying about all of this crap, you're doing it to yourself because you're not actually looking at the whole picture. You're only looking at what you lost or what you don't have anymore or what you can't get to. And you're not seeing the actual route to get there.
Yep. Love it. Tough love reading with Tanya. Excellent.
Somebody needs to do that to me. I think that was specifically for me.
I think it was. I think you need to ponder that a little bit in your tarot journal. What do you think?
I think it's the Tanya, get your head out of your ass reading with Tanya.
Awesome. All right. How about Karen? What have you got? Oh, you're muted.
Sorry, I lost my screen there for a minute. Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. So I got, again, 8 of Cups, as has come up, away from something, leaving behind and choosing to move forward.
Yep.
And the card before it is the Emperor.
Ooh.
So strong masculine energy. This guy is in charge. If it was a work-related thing, I would say definitely walk away. Is just inflexible and is not going to budge. If it's like a relationship, I'd probably say the same thing. This is, I mean, the water's running out. You're moving away toward the bright moon, and he's not giving you any goods. So
Yep.
really
And I yes, and I would also say that would point to you know, looking at it, if we're asking the question like, what is preventing you from that first card? What's preventing you from walking away? Lack of boundaries. So
yeah,
that's good.
yeah,
that's really good.
Yep. Yeah, those are the powerful couple cards. All right, Dana, you're up.
So my reverse card was the World, which I guess, does that mean something won't close?
Yeah, you
or
can't
end?
Can't end something. Yeah.
Okay. But I also pulled the 8 of Cups. So
Oh my gosh, you guys. Holy
This is
crap.
crazy. I know. So how would this prevent something from ending? That's the question. Is it, I don't know, is it walking away from abundance or?
Well, yep, it could be walking away from what you have, what, you know, not acknowledging what you have. Or
or things that no
Makes
longer
sense.
serve you. Like
Mhm.
you can't complete things because you're still hanging on to those things, thinking you need them,
Yes,
but you no
yes.
longer need
Mhm.
them. You know, you don't, you're at a different phase of your life and all those
Oh,
things.
I like that.
beautiful word there, Dina. Phase with that moon, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Okay, that makes
Yes.
more sense because I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't. Oh,
Good.
cool.
Ooh, I love this. I love this. All right, Julia, what's up?
All right, hopefully I don't freeze out.
Okay.
I got 2 reversals,
Okay.
but the second one was a reversed King of Pentacles.
Okay.
So I'm
All right. So what is keeping you from achieving mastery, abundance,
yeah, worldly. So
security,
the
and
reversed Page of Cups. So
okay.
I would read that as you're not mature enough to handle getting to that final level, possibly, or just not
Yeah, I
emotionally
would say
ready for it.
you're thinking that you're not mature enough to get to that level.
I'm thinking like inner child, like there's an inner child healing that's necessary because
That maybe, yeah.
Fantastic.
it's a
Yep.
deeper under the water child space.
Hmm.
Yep, that would make sense too. Yeah, yeah, just the basically like you can't handle it yet. Like there's something, yeah, maybe something to heal, something emotionally to heal because it's cups,
Hmm.
right? Yeah.
Couldn't it be a lack of creativity too?
Yep. 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 Absolutely. The creative component and the intuitive component as well. Not trusting your gut, not looking
Mhm.
at things from
Yeah.
that creative lens.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's a pretty cool combination. Hmm.
Yeah.
Fun. Good job, ladies. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. All right. How are you feeling about this all?
Better.
Yeah.
I've been struggling with my reversals, and I think one of it is I like what you said about setting your mind before you start flipping the cards, because
Yeah.
I'm not, there's been a lot going on, so I haven't been reading consistently. And all of a sudden, like on Monday, when those first reversals came up, it's like, did I
Right.
decide? You know, because
Yeah.
Melanie didn't do reversals, and I still, you know, she's still like that, you know, spot that I want to get to. So it's like, well, Melanie didn't, so.
And
But
you
once
don't
I
have to. You
know,
know, you don't. But as we
there's
see
a piece
tonight,
of me that wants to use
mm-hmm.
them. I do like the depth that it gives.
Yep.
So,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah.
Yep.
And
For me, I feel like it just adds this other level of like mystery, like, ooh, let's dive into this and
yeah.
see, you know.
But what if all of your cards are reversed?
Ah, this is a great
I don't
question.
like that at all.
Happened to me one time and I refused to do the reading.
Yeah, that's no
Oh,
positivity and it doesn't
Nope.
feel
And
good.
boy, did this woman have a block of energy in front of her. And I was like,
oh,
I was like, I'm sorry. Cards do not want to be read for you. um, so yes, you have some options if that happens. If all your cards are reversed, you can say, look, how are you feeling? Are you feeling anxious about this reading? Do you have some hesitation? Let's shuffle again. Let's just, see what happens there. Or it can just be that they're not ready to hear
mhm.
what's coming at them. So
I had
if
one
you
like
have,
that. Oh, go ahead.
sorry, go ahead. No.
I was gonna say, I had one like that when I did that TeslaCon thing, and it was
Mm,
towards the last day, and you could see the woman, the block, she was with her a boyfriend, so he was real receptive when we did his. She was blocked, and I was struggling so hard to give her a positive, get
mm,
through this, but all the cards
ugh,
were reversing, and they were the
ugh.
fives of cups,
Oh
fives of
God.
whatever. And I was just dying here, and the look on her face, and finally I dawned to me I could use another deck. So I don't know,
Yep.
and it shifted it. And all of a sudden, the Three of Cups, when I was searching for what's going to help her, the Three of Cups came up. So it's like, well, that's positive. Okay, now we can close the reading.
Exactly. It's like, yeah, you can get
Yeah,
something.
Go call
Yeah.
your girlfriends and have some margaritas. You're gonna be fine. But I had forgotten that you can do that, that either the deck energy or her energy is clashing.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. That's a great thing. Yeah. Always have another deck on hand just in case. Yep.
Yeah, because it was weird. It was really weird.
The other thing you can do is be like, ask them, what do you see in these cards? Because you know, they're challenging to me. So what do you see? And then you can take it from there. So
Yeah, that's a good idea.
it doesn't happen a lot, but
Mhm.
when it does, even just an abundance of reverse cards can really like,
Yeah,
you
that
know,
was
it can throw it off a little bit, and that can be challenging. But you are all masters, so you'll all get through it. All
fun
right,
stuff.
ladies. Any other questions, comments?
This was awesome.
Yeah,
I will say that
Thank you.
when I saw the Three of Cups reversed, I realized for me that could mean gossip.
Oh, yeah.
I said, oh, so I
Yep.
connected with that idea because at first I was like the Three of Cups reversed. I don't know. But then when you guys were talking, I said, maybe it's gossip.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Because if they're
Anyway,
not
that
for
was
you,
my
they're
2
against
cents.
you.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And it's a 3, you know, they always say when you have little kids, never make a play date with 3 kids.
Oh, I
'cause
know.
Oh, that's true.
somebody gets left out. So here we have our 3 of Cups reversed. These ladies are
Interesting.
they're chatting. So
Oh, Lord.
well, thank you for joining me. Practice, practice, practice.
Wow. Thank
And
you.
if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.
That was fun.
Good.
That was
Yeah.
fun. Thank
That
you,
was good.
Patty.
You are
Thank you.
welcome. Thank you, tarot readers.
Good to see
Have a
everybody.
great week.
Talk to you
Bye.
soon.
Bye.